What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over and doing a 1 million squad builder for you guys right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. So let's say you have an MT count about the same as mine, and you don't have anybody on your squad. Who are some cards that you guys could look to pick up that you guys could possibly or probably will like quite a bit? Now, I do want to say some of these cards it's hard to tell what they are in price. For example, Jack Marin. Like, I don't know how much he truly is. Right now, 210. I don't know what the card ends up settling for. So again, these are going to be just estimates in my opinion. Also, guys, I'm going to be talking about should you get cards badged up, should you not worry about it that much as well in this video. Starting off at the point guard position, we're plugging in Diamond Chris Paul. As far as auctionable point guards, as far as diamond point guards that I don't think are going to be super expensive and break your bank, I like this Chris Paul. Now, obviously, he is going to go for a little over 100,000 coins, probably in that 110, 115, 120 range for a non-badged up one. For a fully badged Chris Paul, you're probably looking at, I don't know, 140-ish for the card. Really do like this card. If you look at his stats, badges, think the card is just plays way better than his height. And honestly, 6 feet tall, it is a little bit concerning because some cards can shoot over him, stuff like that. But Chris Paul is, in my opinion, one of the better point guards that I have used all year long. The fact that you can get him for 120-ish is not bad whatsoever. Shooting guard position, I'm plugging in the Diamond Jason Richardson card. Another card that I've used a decent amount that I really do like to play with. Here's the thing about J-Rich. Smooth release, plays good offense, solid defensively, solid secondary ball handler. I mean, the list goes on and on for Jason Richardson. Now, again, just over 100,000 coins for the card, 6'6", 91 3-ball, really good driving dunk, speed solid. Gonna have to badge him up, though, so try to find one that does have the clamps badge on him to save yourself some MT down the road. Get that on-ball menace, and you will be picture perfect with Jason Richardson. At the small forward position, we're going to plug in Andrew Wiggins. Diamond Andrew Wiggins. Here, again, try to find one that is fully badged up all the way. Maybe 8 Hall of Famers. Find one that has some of those extra Hall of Famers that you really do like. But if nonetheless, find one that is all the way badged up. Get one with 24 gold badges that does have those badges that you are looking for. Thing I like about Andrew Wiggins is he's just a do-it-all small forward shooting guard in the game. Can knock down shots, can attack the rim, can play a little bit of a defense. Here's the deal. For just over 100,000 coins, maybe like 150, Andrew Wiggins is an absolute beast at that small forward position. Power forward position, I'm plugging in Shareef Abdur-Rahim, who I know you guys can find fully badged. I would not settle for finding this card that is not badged. Pay a little extra to get this card fully badged. Shouldn't have to spend anything more than like 50,000 coins to find a fully badged Shareef. If you can do that, you're going to really like this card. Again, don't settle. Find one with upwards of 20 gold badges. If you are going to run this card, that is what I personally really would recommend. Now, again, don't settle. So if there's no Shareefs up for a buyout that you like, that's fine. Look for the bid market. This one right here is okay. Not necessarily my favorite Shareef, but he's okay. 20 badges. And you guys can look through the badges, see what you do like. But really like this card stat-wise, badge-wise. This card's a beast. Comes with that gold on-ball menace if you find the right one. Again, I've got Shareef still to this day on my squad. This one for 79,000 coins. Little steep. Wouldn't probably spend that much on the card. If you can find one for like 30 to 50,000 that is fully badged, here's a card that is an absolute beast for you guys. Again, he is currently on my squad. That's how good this card is. Great release, good stats, good badges. An all-around beast of a card in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Center position, we're plugging in Ronnie Seekley. I know that Ronnie Seekley is expensive, but when it comes down to centers that can compete at the highest level, Ronnie Seekley absolutely can do that. Seekley, whatever, however you pronounce it. Here's the situation for this card, though. Try to find him badged up. Once again, I know I say it a lot, but it's true. If you can get this card that is just a little badge, it is going to make a difference. This card plays solid defense, gets a lot of rebounds, just a pretty solid big. Plus, he has the ability to knock down that occasional 3-ball, which at the end of the day is super, super important. Again, I would not overspend for this card, but if you can get him for like under the 150,000 price range, especially one that is badged up, Seekley is a guy that I would recommend picking up. So my starters there, you're probably looking close to 600,000 coins, a little more, a little less, depends on if you get them badged up. Heading to the bench unit, in my first player here is Austin Rivers. Here's another guy. If you can get an Austin Rivers with that on-ball menace badge, there are not that many point guards that are better than Austin Rivers in this game. Now, if you don't get one that is badged up, then we're talking about an Austin Rivers that I don't necessarily love. So I wouldn't overspend on a non-badged Austin Rivers. Maybe like 10,000 coins on the card. Again, his price isn't super steep. Pick this card up, 6'4", 87 3-ball, good ball handle, solid enough defensively. But the thing about him is he does not come with that on-ball menace badge. It's a super big red flag for Austin Rivers. So if you get him, I mean, you're probably going to have to apply that badge to him if you do want him to play and compete at the highest level. If you do put it on him, you will notice Austin Rivers be a really, really good point guard for you guys. At the shooting guard position, bench shooting guard, I'm plugging in Raja Bell. I still, to this day, have had more success with Raja Bell than nearly any other shooting guard in the game. 70,000 coins. Obviously, try to find one that is badged up. There's none up right now. But this card should continue to slowly go down in price. 6'5", solid 3-ball, good ball handle, but defensively, he's an absolute beast. That's why I love Raja Bell the most, because he's a great defense player, comes with that Pro 2 leaner, can be that secondary ball handler for you guys. I do recommend finding a Raja Bell that is badged up though, so don't settle for any of these cards. Try to find one that fits what you are specifically looking for in a card, and for me, Raja Bell is a card that I've just had so much success with and definitely recommend to you guys. Small forward position, I'm plugging in Ludor. I think for this price, he is an absolute steal in this game, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. Ludor, for this price, it's tough to beat. 15,000 coins for Ludor, and you know he's going to knock down shots. You know he's going to play good defense. And so for me, when I'm looking at Ludor for 12,000 coins, sign me up. 6'4", 84 3-ball, 86 ball, and a really solid defensively Hall of Fame challenger, off-ball pest, as well as gold on-ball menace. Great 3-and-D option for you guys. Sure, would I love to get like a diamond AK-47? Absolutely. Would I love some of these other cards? Sure. But when it comes down to balling on a budget, you got to do what you got to do, and I love what Ludor can provide for you guys as a 3-and-D type option. At the power forward position, this one should be no surprise for you guys either. It is Purvis Ellison. Find a badged up Purvis Ellison and take him to the bank, man. Cash out with Purvis Ellison, because this card is an absolute stud on this game. Might be tough to find any Purvis badged up just because who's going to want to spend all those coins badging the card up? I know I didn't, but even if you use a non-badge Purvis, card is still absolutely elite. Now, he doesn't play for me anymore just because I never wanted to badge the card up, but I would take a badged up Purvis Ellison over Sharif Abdur-Rahim. I'm serious when I say that, but only if you badge him up. That's the problem with the card. If you do badge him up, though, the card is an absolute beast in the game. Backup center position, I'm plugging in Diamond Dwight Howard. It just comes down to there is a limited amount of centers that can compete in this game at the highest level. Dwight Howard's one of those guys, defensively going to be an absolute beast. Problem with this card is he's not going to be able to shoot the ball that well. That's a little bit of a red flag for Dwight Howard. Not a good 3-ball whatsoever. But again, if you use him as an inside big, he's going to be able to get stops against some of those other bigs in this game. Going to be able to play really good defense. Just don't expect to shoot lights out with Dwight Howard. Now, obviously, if you have a few leftover coins, go ahead and get Chet. Go ahead and get a different center if you do, please. But for me, for his value, it is tough to beat what Dwight Howard does for you guys on the court in this game. That's my opinion. That's my top. That's my best squad that you can build for 1 million coins in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. Who was I too high on? Who was I too low on? Who ultimately did I have on here that you guys would have left off? Because obviously I'm eager to hear that. Again, my team is built of basically all unsellable cards as I'm continuing to try to build my MT count up. But if I were to build a 1 million squad right now, that's the squad that I would build. At the end of it, you're probably looking, right at like that 900,000 mark. So again, find the right guys that are badged up, whether it's Austin Rivers, whether it is Sharif, whether it is Purvis Ellison. Find those guys badged up, and if you have to pay a little bit more, it is what it is. That's going to wrap it up for our video. Drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.